Greetings, class. I'm your teacher, Polly. Today's lecture will be the very brief history of populism inside the Republican Party. Now, to understand this, you have to understand what it opposes. It opposes something called the Uniparty. Uniparty starts with, I would say, George Bush, the first one. And it goes to Bill Clinton, Bush the Younger, and Obama. It really is the same group of billionaires and those that support them. They control the media, control all of industry, and the belief is, besides take as much as we can, well, it's that America was on the decline. Get used to it. We were declining and just decline peacefully. Now, populism is like the beginnings of a volcano. You can feel sometimes the tremors and hear some noise it makes, but you're not going to see it. Not yet. The first sign of that was Pat Buchanan in 1992. He basically lays the groundwork for what is, well, today Trumpism is anti-immigration, anti-free trade, all the trade agreements that we had, and why are we doing wars in other places when it doesn't concern us at all? This should be the underpinnings that others would follow. And the first eruption, as it were, was Ross Perot, who took along with Pat Buchanan. He was on a political animal, Perot, and he ran twice. First time he made noise. Now, everyone ignored him. What is just, some third party guy. He ran a second time, didn't do any near as well, and they said, yeah, see, he was nobody. Then, in 2010, an avalanche of Republican victories in that congressional election. They picked up 70 votes. It was in opposition to Obama and to his health care. Again, it was an eruption that people didn't understand. The reason they didn't understand it is because those elites in academia that the ruling class relies upon didn't see it. It didn't have a name to it. It wasn't in, they didn't write about themselves in prestigious periodicals or things like that. It was underneath their feet. If they could hear, they would listen. Then, of course, well, there's awful an outgrowth when Rick Santorum ran. Santorum was mainly a Christian conservative, but there's a lot of populists involved in there. He did pretty well for a guy that had no money, but he ran against a guy who did have money, Mitt Romney, and let's face it, Romney and McCain, it's the Uniparty. There is no fundamental difference between them and the punts they ran against. Then, the first minor eruption happens. Donald Trump in 2016. Everyone laughed at him. Oh, the Donald, what a joke. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about but slowing down immigration, not develop the wars that we make our money. But this kind of nonsense, to show you how much the Uniparty was against him. A leading conservative periodical, National Review, had a list of candidates in the 2016 primary they did a biography for everyone. But guess who the new biography of? That's right, the guy who won it. And when Trump did win the primary, they had a never Trump issue. Anyone but Trump. That included Hillary, I guess. But Trump won. It was a minor volcanic explosion, and it stunned the Uniparty. But they may have been stunned, but they gathered their forces real quick and opposed Trump at every step of the way. Republicans and Democrats, Uniparties both. There is no Republican or Democrat with the Uniparty. They're just minor differences. And most of that's just on the surface. Then, they get Trump out. And what I think is a funny election in 2020, they pick an old man who they figure would be, an easy guy to control, and an old white guy who figured they could beat Trump. Well, anyway, he'd beat Trump. Whether the election's fair or not, it's irrelevant at this point. So, everything's going according to plan. Trump is still there. They can't get rid of this guy. And he's coalescing all this energy amongst conservatives, amongst populists. You know, the reason why academia never saw it, because conservatives were chased out of Twitter, they were chased out of YouTube, they were chased out of a lot of forums. When they went to Rumble, they did different podcasters. It was there. He didn't want to see it, but it was there, and that's how these ideas coalesced. And in 2024, Trump won. And that was a major eruption, a major explosion. The Uniparty understood that it was over. That's why they're making peace with Trump. They'll hopefully that he'll be gone in 4 years, then they can restart it again. That's why I know you have to be on guard. The explosion was so massive that the left, the progressive left, is just knocked back. I mean, they're just shaking their head. What happened? What happened? You look. If you looked, you would have seen what happened. And it turns out that this explosion is a revolutionary movement. Strange, it's a revolution that wants to have a restoration of American values. Because unlike our elites who believe America is under decline, these people don't. Joe Sixpack does not think America is under decline. Donald Trump does not think America is under decline. If anything, he's very expensive. Look at his policies. And you say, well, what can we do about it? Trump was showing you what you can do about it. Like I said, he reminds me of some way of Oliver Cromwell. Thought, well, we have to deal with the king. And he said, no, we don't have to deal with the king. We cut the king's head off there, and we do what I say. And that's what we're doing now. Changing the way things are done. We're getting rid of the Uniparty. It will try to come back. This fight's not over. I mean, when Cromwell died, they brought back the king again. So, I mean, this is the historical truth. It's not over. Still, a revolution has happened, and this is a revolution. It is to the reformation of American greatness. And I'm on board, and I hope you will be too. Okay, class, it's over. If you like this, subscribe. Okay, till I see you again.